Is up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of the P-47N Thunderbolt. These things turned out great, and I'm super excited to share this with you guys. The clear parts were superb. Couldn't ask for better ones. And the rest of the parts as well were really awesome as well. Great detail and just a really awesome kit. One box was actually opened a little bit, and the other one was not opened at all, and one of the decal sheets was better than the others, but they were still really good decal sheets, so either way, still worked out. You can see here there is recessed panel lines, so that is a very good thing to have in a model, and it was actually the first Revell kit that I've done with recessed panel lines, so pretty awesome. I was pretty excited to do it, and it turned out really good. So, but as you can see, there's a lot of detail in this kit, mostly because of its history. You can actually check out one of my videos. I actually go through and share with you the box history of this kit and tell you kind of where it came from, because all these Revell kits have a little bit of a story with unique Monogram kits in the past. So anyways, you can see the prop there, and all these little intricate parts have great detail. These are your classic, Monogram Revell instructions. Super easy to understand and very simple to comprehend and follow, with good pictures telling you how to paint everything. Now, not very accurate with the paint scale, but you can use reference photos for the rest of it. So let's get into the build. There was quite a few parts in this kit, and I kind of like that. A lot of the Revell kits aren't as detailed as this one, so that's something to take in mind. If you're looking for an easier kit to build, this might not be your easiest one, but it still went pretty good, and my seams were all right. I had to fill quite a bit of them, but that's what modeling's all about, man. Make it good, it doesn't really matter if you have to fill the seam or not. It's a little extra step that just takes a little bit of time. This is my own custom mix of chromate green or chromate yellow or whatever. It's funny, I don't have any. And the decal sheet, I think that actually painting these customly works out to be better than using a decal, but I did it on this model just because of it. And now I'm just painting the black in. I use this sponge silvering technique on most flat surfaces. It just gives it a nice good texture, and I really like the outcome of it, as you can see here. Now this stuff is just like makeup, but you can like wet the area that you're spattering it with, and it creates like a mud-like type effect and a dirt effect. So it's just a cool little unique pattern that you can get with this powdered weathering kit. I call this stuff bendy tape. This is actually Tester's bending tape, and this is really awesome for canopies. But mind you, don't ever use this stuff on a painted surface. It will rip all the paint right off. It's super sticky and it cuts through layers. It literally ripped all my primer off and everything. There's a whole bunch of touch-ups that I had to do on these because I used it on the cowling. Bad idea. Just use it on your canopies and tricky areas, you know, but don't put this on anything other than that. And this is Micro Mask, really handy with bubble tops and round and tricky areas, also like bomber windows and stuff like that. Just a great tool to have. I actually do use latex over this, and I know the instruction says that you can't, but if you put multiple layers on and you're really careful with not getting too much overspray on the area, then you can actually use this over with latex paints. This is my airbrush, the Raptor, and we're going to do some airbrushing now. Here I'm going to paint this a little bit of a different shade of metal. I would have liked to do more paneling, like different colors of panels, but I just did the gun panels, and you know what, that's really all it needed, honestly. I could have done some different ones, but I didn't want to put way too much work into this. And some of the reference photos for one of the P-47s that I did actually didn't have any discoloration to any other panels at all. So I just did this on the one that was in the 50s, and yeah, I just left it at that, and it was good enough. Now, I have used blue tape on several different models, but with this Mission Models primer, it don't do it. Honestly, don't risk putting blue tape on any of your models anymore. I just really wouldn't do it unless you have some type of lacquer primer, you like using that. Yeah, not a good idea. It pulled up a bunch of paint. Here I'm just measuring the lines. I just wanted them as close as possible, and I never showed you guys this little tiny tape. I think it's literally perfect for modeling. I think I got it at the dollar store or the hardware store or something, and it's literally perfect. But it's 1.5 inches, and or I'm sorry, 1/2 inch, and we're gonna add some blue lines later because it's more accurate to the real one that's out there in the world. So I use the most basic decal solution. It's micro decal solution, micro sol, and micro set. Micro set is what you put on first. It keeps it pliable and bendy, and micro sol is what adheres it to the surface basically, and it makes it very, very stretchy. So just apply those two and use a Q-tip to roll them out, get those air bubbles out, and you're good to go. I use the same stuff on every single model, so any type of video in the future, I'll be using that same stuff. Now obviously, before you put on decals, always do a gloss finish on everything, just so that your decals slide around nice and easy and they don't, what it's called is they don't flash or they don't silver. Then you don't see the outline of what the decal actually looks like. The clear part of the decal will show if you don't put that gloss coat on. Obviously, this is one of my favorite parts of modeling because this is like right at the end stage of the model and it's almost done, and it's just to peel that tape off of the canopy, and it's just so satisfying. But a good tip to clean your canopy is to mix up some Dawn dish soap water and use an airbrush, a foam airbrush tip that goes on your needle, and start washing your windows with those. It's a great idea. Here they are, all in their glory. These things came out amazing, man. I mean, they just look sweet, super shiny, and you get a reflection with this paint, the Vallejo paint that I used, and super happy with how they came out. The only thing I didn't show, a little bit of the weathering. I obviously just airbrushed a little bit of some flat black onto the gun spots and the exhaust, and that's pretty much all I didn't show. Now this one has two antennas in the back because this is actually a later model of the P-47. The other one really isn't supposed to have those antennas. I checked on the reference photos, but if they did, let me know in the comments, and that'd be really cool because I want to make mine as accurate as possible. But I could not find any reference photos that showed them with them, and earlier P-47s didn't have those two antennas in the back. So, but still, either way, let me know if I'm wrong about that, because I still am a little bit curious. So here's the other P-47, and man, it's cherry. I love this look, different colors and stuff, and you know, it's a mean looking P-47. I really dig it. So yeah, definitely awesome. But thank you guys again for watching. I really do appreciate every view. Please subscribe, and let's get back to building. See you guys later.